What up, everybody? Welcome back to Unplugged and Uncut, the new source for sports news and entertainment. And today we got the New York Knicks, Kemba Walker making the news, and also three trade proposals, plus one of those trade proposals could change the whole landscape of the NBA. That's right. Before we get started, though, make sure if you haven't taken the time to hit that subscribe button, you do. We will be giving away a PS5 once we hit 100,000 subscribers. That's right, a PlayStation 5 and a game of your choice. Don't forget the game, because you don't want to have the game to play. But without further ado, let's go ahead and get into the subject. The New York Knicks and Kemba Walker, it's been an interesting situation to say the least. Kemba Walker not playing caught everybody's eye and kind of caught everybody off guard as well. He does become somewhat and something of a defensive liability when you put him on the court, but when you take him off the court, you lose a floor general, a player who can get his own bucket, and he makes other people better by creating for others. So you lose a lot on offense. Now, Coach Tibbs was kind of forced to put him back in the rotation with COVID, so he really didn't have a choice. It would have been interesting to see if he kept him on the bench, though, if COVID wasn't here. So, but with that being said, that makes us question, what did you gain by benching him? Did you get any extra wins? Did your team play harder? What was the point of benching him? Did you get anything out of it? I mean, even if he's coming off the bench in a Manu Ginobili type role, he can help you get points in those games that you lost where you were struggling to get buckets. So I really didn't understand why they just benched him and didn't play him at all. That made no sense to me whatsoever. But now that he is playing and showing that he still got something, it made me think, well, Coach Tibbs and the Knicks really don't want to play him. Who can they trade for? Or who can they trade with to move him on and try and make the playoffs? Because as they sit right now, going into today's game, they're in the 12th spot in the East. When with the roster as presently constructed, you would think they'd be at least top 8 minimum. So I got into digging into some trade partners they can actually look at. The first one is kind of obvious, and that's the Indiana Pacers. And with the COVID situation hitting everybody hard, you haven't really seen too many trades going on right now, any that I could think of. And the rumors are actually dying down as well. So the Indiana Pacers, in this trade we would have Evan Fournier, Kemba Walker, and Kevin Knox going to the Pacers in return for Sabonis or Miles Turner. Really depends on how the Knicks feel about Sabonis and Julius Randle playing together. If you think they can fit, then Sabonis is an all-star. You go with that player. If you want the stretch center, then you go with Miles Turner. And then the second player is going to be Karis LeVert. You got to have Karis LeVert in there. Losing Evan Fournier and Kemba Walker, that's a lot of buckets. Now, the Indiana Pacers might not have any interest in Kevin Knox and might request Obi Toppin and a draft pick. So I think this is the second best trade that the Knicks can come at right now is the Indiana Pacers. The third best trade I think they could come with, I'll go ahead and mention real quickly. It's a far-fetched one, and I don't think Daryl Morey's dealing with anybody, but along that same front, Evan Fournier, Kemba Walker, RJ Barrett for Ben Simmons. I think Coach Tibbs would love that. Got the best defensive point guard in the league, and Ben Simmons, but you lose a lot of buckets, and that's why I say this is my third best trade. It's just a lot of buckets being missed. I mean, RJ Barrett, Fournier, and Kemba Walker, that might be close to half of your offense. Now, this last trade is the one I'm really going to get into because this trade can reshape the NBA, and it can help all three teams involved. So we're going to have the New York Knicks dealing with the Pelicans first. That's right. And then our third team we're going to involve will be the Atlanta Hawks. So the New York Knicks actually get the best player in this deal. I got the New York Knicks coming away with Brandon Ingram, Kyra Lewis, and Justin James. And now Kyra Lewis is hurt, so he'll be more evaluated next year. And Justin James is just thrown in there for a body because after this trade, the Knicks are going to need bodies. They're going to need lots of bodies. But you do get the best player in this trade at Brandon Ingram, who's still young and a stud, and he's growing. He's giving you over 20 points, over 6 rebounds, and almost 5 assists. So you get an excellent player. I got the New Orleans Pelicans coming up with Evan Fournier, Kemba Walker, and R.J. Barrett from the New York Knicks. Now, the third team is not going to be dealing with the Knicks. It's just going to be a straight-up swap with the Pelicans and the Hawks. I got the Pelicans sending Jackson Hayes and a draft pick to the Atlanta Hawks for Cam Reddish. That's right. So let me explain why this groundbreaking and bombshell of a trade can help all teams involved. So obviously for the Knicks, they get the best player involved, Brandon Ingram, and they get to put Julius Randle and Brandon Ingram back together. I mean, New York fans gotta love that, getting the 2 best players that LA's drafted in a while, or at least 2 of the best players they've drafted in a while, on your team, both playing like stars. Oh man, that's gotta be groundbreaking. I don't know if that's ever happened, but that'd be tight. Now the Knicks, I think, might balk a little bit because of the depletion. I mean, that's why I threw Kyra Lewis and Justin James in there. So you are losing a lot, but you do get the best player. That's why I think the Knicks might do it. And then the potential of Julius Randle and Brandon Ingram as a 2-headed monster, that could be deadly. And then the reason that the Pelicans might do this is because David Griffin's got to make a splash, and he's going to have to do something to keep Zion Williamson happy and healthy. Right now he ain't healthy, so he ain't playing. But I mean, does he have any motivation to get back on the court right now with the way the Pelicans look? This trade gives Zion his best friend back and R.J. Barrett, also another close friend, and Cam Reddish should get the Duke Blue Devils, 3 amigos, back together in New Orleans, and they could try and build their legacy from there. That'd be something totally different the NBA hasn't really ever seen. David Griffin can get all the credit, so somebody that's a Pelican fan shoot this video to him so he can go ahead and take credit for this trade, because this is a real good one right here. It's a real good one. And it can help him keep his job. Shoot, if you lose Zion Williamson in a couple years, you up out of there, homie. So this one helps you keep your job. And then why the Atlanta Hawks might do this, they've been said to be shopping Cam Reddish, and they want a first-round pick. So not only do you get a player in Jackson Hayes that's a first-round talent, you get the first-round pick. So the Hawks come out winning. And the Hawks are good on bigs, but they do lose Goree Jang. I hope I'm saying your name right. Dang. I think it's Goree Dang. He's on a 1-year contract. And so you got Jackson Hayes in there for 2. He can go ahead and fulfill that spot. Bam. So I think that trade helps all 3 teams. It really helps David Griffin keep his job. With the Pelicans, helps get Zion happy back on the court. Faster, I think, knowing that he's going to be playing with R.J. Barrett and his boy Cam Reddish, definitely get him back on the court faster. And New York fans, it might be time to shake it up. I mean, the 12th seed, I didn't see you guys going into the 12th seed. I feel like the New York Knicks roster, as constructed, should at least be a top 6, 8-6, at the lowest 8. But might be time to go ahead and shake it up, Knicks. Shake it up. Bring in the homie Brandon Ingram, a known bucket getter. And just in case you guys don't know much about Brandon Ingram, because he's been out here on the West, Brandon Ingram is cut in the mode of a young Tracy McGrady, Kevin Durant type player. I'm not saying he's Tracy McGrady or Kevin Durant. That's just the type of game he's bringing to the table. Good bucket getter, 3-level scorer, can handle the rock, facilitate the offense. So you guys are getting a great player, even though you would be losing a lot. As always, I want to hear what everybody thinks from the different fan bases: Sixers fans, Pacers fans, Knicks fans, Pelican fans, and Hawk fans. Y'all like this trade? Y'all like any of the trades? Are they all garbage? Let me know in the comments. Holla at your boy, because I'm out. Peace.